I just felt like we needed some Aretha this morning, man. All right, should we get into it? Should we get into this? Just get the screens all sorted because I'm not gonna play any videos today. Well, I've got videos on the phone, so you can hear them, but I'm not playing them up on the screen today. Just because I want to talk. I want to talk. I want to give you my opinion, and I want to ask you guys to. I'm going to open the boxes in a little bit, and you guys can come and share yours. It's been quite a heavy one, isn't it, guys? So I missed everything that happened last night. Woke up today to see what was all over the FYP, and some comments from my my mods as well. Hey Haley, it has been a lot. Um, yeah, so we've had some ableist comments from Zach, and we've had some racist comments from Zach. Um, can you hear me all right? It's saying no sound detected. You hear me okay? Give me a yes if you can hear me all right, please. Yeah, Sammy, it is sad and it is heavy. Thank you. All right, so I've got the clips. I can play the clips of what was said. Big up, Swoopsy. Um, and Swoopsy, stop worrying about the other day. That was not your fault, darling. Okay, this is dickheads just roam free. Honestly, don't worry about it. You know what I'm on about. Oh, did you not hear about the ableist stuff? Yeah. Anyway, so what? Okay, should I start? Should I play the videos so that you have the context and then tell you my thoughts? That's probably a better way to do it, isn't it? It's probably a better way to do it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play you the first one. So the first one, it says. And again, I want to just start by saying this is not a hate live. I'm finding this really difficult to do as someone who absolutely has loved and enjoyed watching Zac Da Brat in the mornings, um, who has supported his live. This is really hard for me to do today because this is somebody I like, somebody who I've connected to on so many levels. You know, we're both kids that have been through the system. We've both been in care. We've both had abusive childhoods or abusive parents. Like there are a lot of things with Zach that I hard relate to and really, really like. And I have been a bit sad this morning. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, and I think the overwhelming feeling for me is disappointment. Um, Somebody who personally has had my back, has been an ally, a strong ally for the black community. Um, you know, a few weeks ago, I got into it with Prince Twat when I had COVID, the little man child, and I. I had a bit of foggy brain. I was struggling with my breathing, and he was not listening to anything I was saying and kept trying to twist the conversation around to racism. And Zach came into that live and had my back. And Zach, you know, he schooled him. I mean, it's still very annoying that my words as a black woman weren't enough, and it needed a white man to step into the box for this little dickhead to actually listen. But that's what happened, and Zach had my back. And what's really disappointing to me as a black creator, a black woman, is having someone that, I mean, friend is a bit of a stretch to consider a friend, right? We're friendly. Um, who has been an ally on this app, has called out racism on this app, has supported other black creators on this app. It's so disappointing to hear what he said. Now, I understand that he was intoxicated. I get that. Um, but the words were said, and we can't pretend they weren't said. Um, I I'm gonna play the clip. We're gonna listen to it, and then we'll have some more chats on this. Sorry for the sniffing, guys. I've got a cold. I apologise. Right, this one, it says, Zac Da Brat makes racial slur not realising his live was still on. It's playing, it's just coming. Sorry, I might have just spoke over it. Hold on. So if you didn't hear what he said bun the N-word. Sorry. He's in the bathroom and he says bun the N-word, right? Bun N. Plural. I don't know why. I'd love to ask him why. I have invited him. I'd love to ask him why. I don't know why it was in his head. I don't know why he said it, but he said it, and it's very clear to hear. Um, Also, the indication, I don't know if this is true or not, the indication is that he didn't realise his live was still on, which to me actually makes this considerably worse. I mean, it's bad enough when it's on, but when you're saying these things when you think you're alone and it's private, like, why? Why would you say that? I'm really struggling to understand what was going through his Yeah, Haley says he thought he was offline, which does make it worse. Yeah, to me it does. Um, I want to sneeze now. He claimed this morning it was on purpose. That also makes it worse if he did say that. Sorry, guys. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Remi had a sneezing fit. So, yeah, and also saying bun before that N word is so. Oh, fuck me. I swear to God, if I've got COVID again, I'm filing complaints. Okay. Um. Yeah, he said bun ends, which is like when you think about the sneezes don't want me to talk, guys. The sneezes don't want me to talk. I'm gonna play the Able-ist stuff as well, guys. Don't worry. I know. CG's like, why do you always get ill when tea is kicking off? I just do. It's yeah. So for me, the whole bun ends right is like saying the N word is bad enough as it is. But bun N, which is a really strong. Yeah, put some trigger warnings, guys. Thank you. Which is a really strong thing to be saying. Like when you think about, I mean, if you think about slavery times and the things that were done to black people, right? And then you're talking, I hate that term as well. And then you're talking about bunning N, right? It's really fucking bad. It's really bad and wrong. Um, you know what bun means, Haley. It's really bad. It's an awful, awful, awful thing to say. And I'm a bit shook by it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a bit shook by it. I think the thing for me, and this might sound outrageous, but it's. I mean, I think there are black people who will get what I'm saying here. As a black person who's been called the N-word literally hundreds, thousands of times in my life, in my 47 years, I've been called the N-word so many times I can't even tell you. The word itself, for me at this point, I can only speak for me. Okay, I don't speak for all black people. The N word for me When somebody throws it at me, it's like I've heard it so many times that it almost has no impact on me as a word on its own. Like, so, like if you're driving and there's a road rage or someone winds their window down and like you effing N, right? It's just like, yeah, whatever, 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 whatever. Because I've been called it. That's the word, desensitized. I've been called it so many times, right? Um, and it shouldn't be like that. And I know for many black people that word is very triggering. And I know that if that word was said to certain people in certain areas, that there would be a very visceral reaction to it. But for me, I've heard it so much that it's almost like whatever. It's like calling me fat, whatever. Like that's where I am with that word, right? Which is fucked up in itself. But when you hear someone who you have respect for, who you've really enjoyed, who you've subbed to, who has come out and had your back, who has shown up on this app as an ally for the black community, to hear somebody who you thought had your back say those words, it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. I don't want to get upset again, but it really hurts, guys. And okay, maybe this is a personal thing for me. For me, it very much feels like I mean, I've talked about this in therapy. I like you trust people and you think people are a certain way, and then they show you that they're not. Just in a fleeting moment, they show you that they're not who you think they are. It's really fucking upsetting. It's really upsetting. And I just feel really disappointed in that today. Because I thought he was better than that. Genuinely. I genuinely thought he was a better person than that. To do that. I'm sorry for getting upset. I just... And this is my thing, that sometimes you trust people and you think they are a certain type of way. And then they show you they're not. And again, it's like I said, it's not so much. It should be the words that he said. It should be that should be what's affecting me. But I'm so desensitized to being called a monkey or an N-word or oh fucking hell, the dog's got stuck down the side of the sofa and he can't get out. Hold on, you little sausage, come here. Why did you go there? And you can't get out, silly. Silly boy got stuck. He got wedged down the side of the sofa. Um, not now, Dinky. I just, I think that for me is where it really, really hurts, is that this is an ally with a big platform who has done and stood up for a lot of black creators on this app, has spoken out against racism, has stood next to us by our sides. He's done that. He's done that for me personally. And I was so grateful for him for doing that. We shouldn't be in a world where a white man has to come and get in a box and say the exact same thing that I've just said for somebody to hear the message. But that's what it took. And Zac did that for me. And I'm grateful for that. What I'm saying is, what did it say? A live chat didn't appear on your screen in the past 2 minutes. Oh, I don't know what this message means. What I'm saying is, for me, what hurts is when an ally no longer becomes the ally, right? Because now you're in the same category as Racist Pearl. Now you're in the same category as Dave Duran's with his racist shit that he said this week. Now that's where you are. Which fucking hurts. Maybe, Julie. Julie says he stood by you for financial gain. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And I know people are saying this is the real Zach. I mean, I've only really been on here 4.5 months, 5 months, so I've only seen what I've seen in that time. And some people saying this is who he is. I don't know that to be true. All I can do is judge a person on what I've seen, right? I've cancelled my subscription today to Zach. Um, I know he went on today. I know he said sorry. Um, it didn't. I mean, just my own personal opinion. It didn't necessarily feel like the sorry was enough, if that makes sense. I don't know if it felt sincere enough. I certainly felt like, and I know he said today he wasn't giving excuses. It felt like there was quite a lot of excuses, regarding relapse, regarding his dad, regarding, and I get what he was saying about doing the podcast. It's like when you go to therapy, right? I don't know how many of you have ever been to therapy. When you go to therapy, you do have to unpack some of the worst traumatic things that have happened to you in order to get to the other side where you can start to heal from that. And I would imagine that doing the podcast would reopen a lot of those old wounds, right? I get that. And I get that that's probably triggered him. And I get also why maybe he's been drinking more. Like, that makes sense to me in my brain. I get all of that. I don't understand where the bun N words came from. I don't get it. And I would love to try and understand that and have that conversation with him. Um, yeah, because to me, there's no excuse for that. Unless it's, thoughts that you actually harbour, words that you actually use when I would hope and pray that he isn't that person that uses those words behind the scenes, but maybe he is because he said it when he was intoxicated. What is BB on about? BB says, "There you go, you're as bad as him." Yeah? Huh? What you on about, BB? Anyway, let's play the ableist comments that were also said last night as well. So after he's said, um, yeah, P says, "I'm conflicted because," oh, it's gone off the screen, chat's moving fast. "I'm conflicted because I feel sad for him because he's had a lot of trauma." Yeah, so have I. Uh, but also he did wrong. Yeah. Daniel Green says, "Apparently I've been told to say you deserve this." Daniel, what you on about? Have we got a lot of twats in today? What's going on? Yeah, mods, just keep an eye on the chat because I don't know what people are on today, man. Leela says, "Having trauma is no excuse for traumatizing others." Yeah, we've all had trauma, 100% pineapple. And actually, one of the things that he could have done was just come on and said sorry and got off. Or he could have posted a video, or he could have posted a post. And I think coming on and doing that really long live this morning has done no favors because now it just looks like a man trying to save his platform. That's what it feels like versus actually being sorry about upsetting the black community. And I know that he named certain creators that, he felt like he'd let down and disappointed, but it isn't just about a few creators on TikTok. It's about the whole black community. Yeah, using that word, the N word, and saying bun them. And then coming on this morning and not really being sorry about it. Like it didn't feel like. And I find that really hard to say. Again, as somebody who really likes Zach, I've really enjoyed watching Zach. I can't now. Like that's like it's really just flipped things for me. And listen, is he going to take a break? Yes. Is he going to come back on that app? 100% yes. Maybe his community will be a little bit smaller when he comes back, but he'll grow it back up. And then because it's TikTok and because it's racism, and most people don't really stand on anything when it comes to racism, don't really care. They'll care in the moment, but give it a few weeks or months, he'll be right back to where he was before. Because it's TikTok, right? You can't cancel people off of here. It's the same old shit. Oh dear. So anyway, let me play this clip from last night. This is so after he's said the thing. I mean, again, I didn't watch it, so I'm just trying to piece this together. My understanding is that he comes back online, um, and again, instead of saying sorry, he kind of now says some more sort of worse things. Again, intoxicated. Just to give context for anyone who's not heard this. Um, let me just play this for you all. It it says on the clip. This is from the Beg Exposer. You've just been racist, so you decide to come back on and offend another community while you're at it. Here we go. You fucking idiots. Every time like there's fucking something going on with your life, like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, like, yeah, I'm just spazzing out. Let's talk about the word spastic. And trigger warning, guys. Sorry. Thank you, TikTok. For so long, let's not stop like we're being offended. The word spastic to me means thick. Like if you're acting like a dickhead, you're being thick. You know, let's not being oversensitive. But at the end of the day, like, no, you're a spaz. A lot of my people in my world are spazzes. Stop acting like a spaz. Have some maturity about you. Have some intellectual maturity about you. I can't be asked. I'm bored of pleasing people. I'm not a people pleaser. So yeah, stop being a spaz. I can't be asked. I'm bored. End of. Anyway. There we go, man. There we go. It's from last night, yeah. It's all over the FYP, guys. It's all over the FYP. It's everywhere. If you need to go and see these clips, it's everywhere. This one is on the Beg Exposer. And the first one I played is also on an account called the Beg Exposer. If you watched it last night, Swoops. If you want to go and see them for yourself. Yeah, there are helplines in the poll. If any of this is triggering today, I do apologise. There are support numbers if you need to speak to someone, just to express how you're feeling and have a safe space to talk to. The numbers are in the poll. Hannah says cancelled my sub and unfollowed him. So yeah, there are some more videos here as well of today. I've worked on. He says he's having a break after today. I don't know. Do you want me to open the boxes? Do you want me to play these videos, or do you want me to open the boxes and you guys come and have your say? I've kind of made my thoughts on this quite clear. I am disappointed. I'm disappointed to hear what he said. It is hard when you thanks, Aaliyah. Thanks everyone who sent gifts. Sorry if I've not acknowledged you. I've just been on a bit of a rant. Sorry guys. I just when you have someone that you believe to be an ally and then they show you in a moment that they're not, it is quite devastating to see and witness. For me, I can only talk for me. That's my truth. That's my truth. Um, what's this other one? It says here's this is from this morning. This is from FYP in TikTok land. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It says Zach speaking on last night. No excuses, and he's sorry he let his community down.
Excuses. You can call me racist, you can call me ableist or whatever it is. That's absolutely fine. You're well entitled to. But I'm sorry that I let everyone down. You know. Yeah, it's not substances. It's just the alcohol. I've been abusing my dogs. Get a grip. I shouted at them. You know, I have let a lot of people down. But do you know what? People have been waiting for this moment for ages, and let them have it. Let them eat off it.
Thank you, Swoops. I love you
You
too.
know,
You're now my only subscription, Swoops.
I'm just not happy, in all honesty. I'm just not happy. Good morning, everyone. I'm just not happy. You know, I've put so much. I don't know. I'm just worried about everyone else and not put myself first. And I've just self-destructed. That's it. Here to make excuses.
Self-destruct. So he said that he put himself into self-destruct mode. Um, yeah, look, do what you want, man. I know we have a lot of Z Hive in here. I know a lot of his followers follow me. Um, and I know the loyal supporters will still be there for him. Uh, yeah, this genuinely makes me look sideways at people. Yeah. Morning, everybody. Sorry if I've not said morning to you all. It is very disappointing. And yeah, alcohol is no excuse ever. It's never an excuse, guys. I'm okay, Andrew. I've also got a cold, so I did have a little blub, but I've also got a cold, so I'm all right. Thank you for asking. I'm all right. It's just disappointing, man. It's hard enough for the black community, the disabled community as it is, and then when big creators do things like this, it just makes it hard for those people, and it will have impacted and hurt a lot of people. It will have. It will have. Yeah, warning from the mods. Keep your opinions respectful or you will be muted, and they have full permission to mute your ass. And if you're not following me and you've just come in to be a troll or to be an a-hole, you will be muted and you will be blocked. So you've had your warning, guys. Be respectful. Um, right, the boxes are open. I'm going to bring up CG first. I don't know what the screen's going to look like when this happens, but we'll figure it out together first.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm lying down. Are you okay? I just want to say we love you and we don't like
Oh,
seeing you upset.
thank you, Bab. I'm all right. I'm all right. I just no, I'm all right. I just genuinely like racism is hard, right? Anyway, it's hard for us. There are lots of people on here who deal with racism regularly on here. And when you have an ally who now we can't really consider to be an ally, it is like a punch in the gut. That's the truth of it for me.
Yeah.
Um,
And I obviously can't relate, so I don't have an opinion on that. Well, I do have an opinion, but it's not my opinion that matters because I am not. I am a white woman.
yeah,
But the I don't. If he had the live on by accident and he got caught saying it, there's no excuse because we've all been drunk. Some people saying, "Oh, you get drunk and you say things." No, if you've got that thought in your head, you say it. Normal other people don't say that. If he left the live at first, when I watched it last night, I got the feeling that he'd left it on purpose, just for a bit of drama. Um, that makes it worse because then he's using you and your community as a way of digging at other people or for
Mm,
effect. And other people have done that in the past, and I never support it. I never agree with it. You know, my feelings on other
mm,
people.
mm,
Um, and anybody trying to make excuses, I've been through hell personally. Um, I've had parents die. I've had alcoholic parents. I mean, maybe I've not had the same traumas, but you know, those words would never come out of my mouth. The racism, the ableism. It's not funny. And he, in the past, has said things and said, well, I don't find this offensive, so I can use this word and use homophobic slurs.
mm,
But there's other people that do find it offensive. And you have to acknowledge that.
yeah,
And you could say, to me, it's not an offensive word, but I appreciate it may be to others. And I just can't support it in any way and cannot stand anybody making excuses for it. And
yeah,
his apology was full of buts. And this is the time to apologise and listen and learn
yeah,
and let other people speak because he has no place to be speaking on it.
yeah. No, I agree.
But I just hope you're okay because I don't like seeing you upset and you're
I'm all
ill
right, babe.
again, which is just infuriating. And
I'm
Dinky
all
gets
right.
wedged down the sofa, they're just not helping. Um,
No, I'm all right. And do you know
Good
what?
morning.
It's really a me issue. Like I said before, like it's something that I have to do more work on in that, like believing people and trusting people, and then getting hurt by that, and that's a me issue. Lieutenant Mutant, big up yourself. That's a me issue. That I'm annoyed at myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm annoyed at myself.
yeah, yeah, I'm annoyed at myself.
I'm
Yeah.
Good
annoyed at
morning,
myself.
guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh yeah. I just want to make. I don't know how to feel because again, like CG said, not a lady, a woman, a black lady. I'm white, Caucasian. I do have black in the family. Me and my mum were foster care, so we've fostered black children and all that sort of thing. What got me is the whole mental health card again being used. I apologise in advance if I'm going to cry, but I've had two nervous breakdowns, as we used to call it, over the last 2 years. And when you do have mental breakdowns, you can't sort of control what you say. Now, before anyone comes at me in the comments, I'm not backing him 100% at all. I made a fool of myself in Miss Red's live when she was on holiday, backing him. One thing I won't regret is what I said to her. The only regret is backing him. Um, I have mental health. I've lost my job now due to my mental health, but that does not make me a racist. That does not make me an ableist. That does not make me a pedro. That does not make me a horrible, vile person. My poor mum has suffered due to my breakdowns. I've called it all the names under the sun. But again, not in any racial way or anything like that. I think it's disgusting. Pale's come up in a live having a go saying, oh, I got this and treated this way, this way. The difference between her and Zac's racisms, Pale was educated. And what did she do a couple of weeks later? She came back and she done it again. But with her, she was actually calling a specific person the racial slur. Um,
Yeah, Ali, I was just gonna say,
so
I don't think this is his mental health though, is it? And a lot of people are writing that in the comment.
no,
It's
no,
about
no.
alcohol.
This
So
is this is. I've not once said it is mental health.
you just did that,
I'm
but
said
that's
what
why I'm
I've
just
said is
addressing it.
I
You just
think
did.
also you
I've
say
all I've
Pearl
just
said
said.
it and was
Yeah.
educated and then said it again, which I appreciate. And
What
she was
I
saying it at one person, but Zach has been
yeah. What I've
supposedly
said.
sitting with Remi, with Torian, with Paigey, Devon, and and fighting against other people, fighting against Pearl, and then he still says it. So he was educated before, or claimed he was educated before.
Yeah, Zach knows better now.
I'm not condoning. I don't agree with him using. That's what I was said. I said he played the mental health card. You can't do that at all. This makes it harder for people like myself to be believed, to get trust, to gain trust, to get help. Same as the people are saying, oh, now all the black people are going to use this now for hours and days on end to gain attention and that. You can't be saying that.
Yeah.
He's hurt a lot of people.
Yeah,
And
he
that
has.
they're using the S word now in the 80s and 90s in the clubs and pubs and that. There was that large boy money pox. But if you notice, they all went as soon as that word, because it was getting used in the wrong terms. So that has become a disability slur. It's still used by doctors because it is a medical term still, but it's in a community you don't use it, and it's full stop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Him using his dad is I've had trauma. Part of my traumas, I was emotionally beaten by my father from the age of 7, and still was up until 10 years ago.
All right.
And
Listen,
I
Scouse
don't use
Ali, I
that
don't want
for
to cut
my.
you off, but there's a ton of people waiting. I just want to move on a bit and get everyone's voices up. I'm really sorry to cut you short, but thank you for coming up and having your
No,
say, darling. I appreciate
it was
you.
just what angered me is using the mental health, and then Pearl coming up trying to justify and all this,
Yeah.
saying why is she getting all the full brunt. The reason
Yeah.
she got the full brunt was she was just as bad. But thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thanks. I appreciate you. Um, I see you all in the boxes. Can we just remember this is not a hate live? Yeah. I just want you to share your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions. But this is not a hate live. Any name calling will be dropped out of the box because I don't have time for it. All right. Thank you. Hello, Zoe.
Hey, darling, you okay?
I'm all right. What did you want to say today, darling? Thank you, CG babe.
I just think at this point, you just need to think of your own feelings and your own mental health, because everyone's going to make excuses for the shitty behaviour, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And everyone has a right to feel the way they're feeling, but people justifying it isn't going to change what he says
No.
or what he's done or anyone's done of that matter. And you keep bringing up other people that's done it in the past. Everyone is in the same position. They've done shitty things.
Yep.
If you want to be that person that supports that, then that's a you problem. Like, you can't expect everyone to feel the way you're feeling. Everyone has their own feelings, but just
I
think of
agree.
your own feelings in this one
Yeah. No, I totally agree,
and
Zoe.
protect yourself and your energy.
And that's all we can
But
do,
yeah, that
right?
was
As
all.
individuals, that's all we can do. You're spot on, Zoe. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, sending
Thank-
love.
It's a big loves,
Bye.
darling. Thanks for coming up. Hi,
Oh,
Sylvia.
don't.
Oh, did I cut her off? Sorry, Zoe. Thought you was done. Hi, Sylvia. What would you like to say today? Are you there, Sylvia? Hi, Samantha. Or Samantha.
Hello.
Hello. Is it Samantha?
Yeah. I'm going to change my username because everybody goes Samantha with a Y, so I'm just going to change it. But I just wanted to say, obviously, with regards to the racial slur, I could never understand how everyone feels regarding that. But when you said it feels like a punch in the gut, I feel that from him as a creator and somebody that I did look up to on this app.
Yeah.
But what is really making me really sad is in my area we have had quite a big influx of black families, which I think is amazing because all of their kids are coming into our school, which means there's more diversity, and I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I I've always tried to teach my children about racism from a very young age, and I just find it so hard when they are seeing it on YouTube, and then I'm seeing it coming from my favorite creator on this app,
Mm,
who was an ally, and I
mm.
just feel a little how are we supposed to try and not let our white privilege take over anything whilst teaching our children, yet people who proclaim to be allies are out here using the worst words in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
And I'm just so sorry that everyone has had to hear that.
Yeah. No, totally. Totally.
I just, it's sad.
Will you still be supporting him going forward, do you think, or will you cut ties?
Oh, I think I don't think I'm gonna support him, no, because I just don't see how, with the morals that I've got and trying to instill into my children, how I could then go on and follow somebody who
Yeah.
somebody who behaves like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? My son is only 7 and he's autistic, and he came up on a video and it was an AI video, and someone said the N word, and I immediately ran over, turned it off, and my son Tyler, he actually went, "Don't worry about it, ma'am. I've reported it already because you're not allowed to say that word."
What
And
a
I
little
was like,
legend.
"Oh, you know, when you just have like a moment of like, oh my
Proud. You
God,
feel
what I'm
proud.
actually doing is, yeah, yeah," and that
Oh,
made
that's
me
lovely.
feel like what I am doing is actually working.
Yeah.
So I'm going to carry on doing that, and I don't think I don't think I know I can't support him
Mm,
after that, which makes, do you know what, probably is going to get hate for saying it, but that actually just makes us really sad that I can't support him going forward.
yeah.
um
Yeah.
yeah,
No, totally. Listen, thank you. That was a really good contribution. And keep up the good work with your kids. All right. Big loves to you, darling.
thanks Remi,
Take
bye.
care, babe.
Hi, Miss Remy. I'm sorry.
Austin,
This is my
hello.
first time.
Hello.
This is my first time being up talking about racism, right?
Uh-huh.
I am one who used to watch Zach every morning at work, put my earpiece on at work, right? And seeing him defending black communities, because I was so angry this morning, jumping from life to life. But hearing you cry, you break down, because I feel exactly how you feel. I thought
Mm,
he was one of the good ones here. But to
mm,
hear this, and the excuses, oh, he's going through this, the podcast and this, I don't care what anyone goes, what we all go through mental health, we all
we do.
have our issues. I don't care how anyone feel what you going through to be racism
There's no
and to be
excuse. There's no
mocking
excuse.
disability. It's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
And to hear Angie open a live to back Zach to go send subs, I'm so disappointed. Angie says back everyone about racism. You're a friend with Torian. You after everything, you have the black community stand next to you.
Hmm.
When is Angie coming to defend the black people? When are you gonna say
Never.
this is wrong?
Never.
You back Pearl here until when you fall out. That's when you know she was racist or she is this. I don't care what any. I am so hurt because hearing you cry, it breaks me. I
Oh,
have
I'm
an 11
sorry.
year old son. You know,
I'm
I have a
sorry.
mixed family who are white. I have cousins that are mixed race. You know what I mean? For
Mm,
us to sit here, I don't care, evil queen, all of these people, everyone who's been racist, I expect that from them. But
mm.
from Zach, this one hurt. And I don't
That's what I'm
care what
saying.
anybody is saying. There is no excuse. I was hurt this morning, but hearing you talk, as you can see how I am talking, I
I
am
know.
so
I hear it.
hurt
I
because,
hear it.
yeah, I
You're gonna set me off again.
I thought he was one. Yeah, I thought he was one of the good ones here, going defending. You went on Paul for weeks, Pearl, for weeks, saying
Yep.
how racist he is. You know what I mean? And you sit on this live. When is this going to end? When
Yep.
are they gonna stop being racist and then come and put it? Oh, we're not gonna do anything. He's going through or she's going through this. I don't care. There's nothing you can put on racism. We
There's no
all go through
excuse.
shit. Sorry, we all go through a lot. But to sit on these apps and to have all these big followers defending him, Dave Duran is a prick. That one is an I'm sorry. I'm so angry, idiot. But for them to sit, I expect that from them. But
Yeah, I know.
this one really hurt.
I
It
know.
does.
I
Because I
know.
didn't expect this from Zach.
I
Do you know what I
agree.
mean? When let's change, we all bleed one blood. Blood. So to be sitting here on this TikTok to making it every time someone will come and say racist shit and we put it on mental health or is going through. I don't care. There is no excuse. No excuse. And I'm sorry because I'm hurt. You made me cry. I've been hurt all morning. But to hear you break on live crying. I feel exact. I watch Zach. I will finish my night shift, come home, put my AirPods on, and listen to Zach. You know what I mean? Why? We all bleed one blood.
Mm,
We are all the same. Stop being racist and making excuse for people. Angie is an alcoholic. I don't expect nothing from that woman. I don't. For you to
none
sit
of
there
us
and
do.
just put, blame
I
everyone,
know.
saying, oh, Zach is going through this, Zach is going through this. For when is this going to end? When? When is this going to end? Making excuse for everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
I hear
sorry.
you. No, I
I'm
hear
just
you.
angry.
I
I'm
hear you,
angry.
and I'm sorry I upset anyone and triggered anyone today. I just, I
No,
hear
you
you.
didn't.
I hear you, and I think
Yeah,
that's the thing that hurts. It's like when it's one of the good ones, and you're like, or you thought it was a good.
exactly.
It's like it hurts, man. Listen,
It does. It
thank
does.
you so much,
Yeah, thank you.
Osin.
Thank you for picking me up.
Listen,
Thank
thank
you.
you for speaking your truth. You got a lot of love in the chat, and please come up in the boxes again. Big loves, darling. Hello, Haley.
Hey, you.
Don't make
Please stop apologising for how it's affected you and stop apologising for triggering other people. This is what people need to see, the real reaction of what it's done to people who had believed in Zach. Because
I know,
I'm friends with Zach. I've been friends with Zach, and
I
I
know,
didn't expect that.
I
I was
know.
more disappointed with this morning. Because there is no amount of pain, DV, any shit I've been through that made me shout the N word. There's
I
been
know.
nothing in me because you have to have that in you to be using that word. He wasn't shouting the C word. He wasn't shouting F this, F that. He used that word. And he used that word several times thinking he wasn't online. And if he'd come live this morning, been in absolute bits, not all like salty, and been like, do you know what? I actually said something that's absolutely unforgivable.
Yeah,
And I've hurt people I really liked. And I've
yeah,
literally said something that has caused generational trauma to all these, taking accountability, then I would have been like, okay, now get offline, go and think about it, deal with what you've
yeah,
done. Listen to people like Remi and Paige and Corinne and everyone else on the app, Kiki Z, on all the people that can teach you about it. But don't use all these excuses like, oh, I was self-sabotaging, my dad got in contact, I had this podcast. No, that doesn't make you say the N-word. Like, there's nothing
no,
in that makes you say the N-word. I
no,
don't get that at all.
no, I don't. I don't.
Like, it's just, I can understand. I was, when someone said it to me last night, I was like, nah, not Zach. And then they sent me the clip, and I was like, oh no,
It's,
because I just don't understand that. I don't like, I can't. There's no amount of drinks I could have
no,
that would occur to me to say it,
no,
and not just in the word, but bunda,
I know.
like
No,
the
I
bunda.
know.
Then I don't get it.
I feel like I'm in a parallel universe. Like I don't actually understand, like of all the things that you could have said. Oh, fucking
That's
hell,
what I think. I
Haley.
think if you're drunk, right, and you're down on your mental health, yeah, drop the F bomb loads of times. Say whatever, like say I'm fucking this and I'm fucking do that. There's just no point in the
No,
world where you would think, and then to say, oh, I think I was self-sabotaging. What?
I know.
I don't get you. What? You didn't sabotage you. You sabotaged every single black person who had stood by you, who had gifted you, had subbed to you, who
Supported
had been
you.
friends to you. You didn't
Yeah,
self-sabotage.
yeah.
It wasn't you that was hurt.
No, that was the excuse
Do
though,
you know what I mean?
wasn't
And
it?
this morning when he was like, "Oh, everyone play violins," yeah, that's what I'm. It's just that's what I. This morning I was thinking. Here we're going to see accountability of just like I don't know, but it was just like Anton said. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for racism. Like I just can't work out the excuses behind like. Well, I just dropped that because I was self-sabotage. I don't get that.
No, no. That was really disappointing to see this morning. And oh, fucking hell, Haley. Do Do you know what?
I know.
It's just like I said, for me it's that thing of trusting people or believing in people and then just being let down by people, and yeah, it's just
Yeah, there's only a handful of creators on this app that I fuck with, and Zach was one of them.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I don't like a lot of people on here. So when it's someone you do like, and then you're
Only
just
like,
like swirling in a shit of disappointment. It's just awful, man. Like, there's just no.
yeah.
Oh.
Bless you.
I'm so sick, man. There we go. Sorry, guys. Anyway, thank you, Hayley, darling. Love you. You know I love you.
Yeah, thank you for having me up.
Please don't say anything racist because I'll have to put you in the bin.
I got you.
Love you, Hayley Comet.
I've got you.
Take care,
Love
darling.
you.
Thanks,
And thank
babe.
you guys for the gifts.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Hi, Kyla. Oh, Kyla's gone. Let's get some. Kyla, are you there? Dolly, hello.
Hello.
What would you
To
like to
start
share?
off with, as a white woman, I can't understand what this has put the black community through. I'm bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
And
Sorry.
so
Sorry.
there is no excuse. I'm sick of bless you.
God, what is happening?
I'm sick of seeing deflection on this app.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And the thing is, as a 45-year-old woman that's been drunk many a time, never ever have those words come out my mouth.
Yeah.
Never ever. As far as emotional, bless you.
Sorry.
As far as it's all right. As far as emotional trauma, at the moment I'm going through a court case for historical child abuse.
Yeah.
I'm going through the worst time ever.
Oh God.
But never ever would those words come out my mouth.
Yeah.
Also, as a mum of 3 men now that still live with me that have got severe learning disabilities, the word that he said,
Awful.
bless you,
Awful. The R word, the S word. Awful.
absolutely.
Awful.
And this is why it's still, I have to check my son's social media because of people like this.
Awful, man. Awful. I'm sorry, man. It's just, yeah, it's.
And to be honest, I just wanted to go live to say, are you okay?
Thank you. I am. I am. Apart from these dastardly sneezes, somebody just wrote I'm allergic to racism in the chat. That's why I keep sneezing. But other than this, I'm all right. Thank you so much, Dolly, and big loves to your kids as well. And
Yeah. I
yeah,
just
big
wanted to
loves.
make sure that
I'm
you're
all right.
okay.
I'll be all right. I will be all right. I'm a strong cookie. I just had to say how I was feeling, and
Absolutely. And the white
yeah,
community need to listen to this.
yeah. Thank you
And
for saying that.
absolutely. And I'm here to listen.
Big loves, Dolly. Please come up in the boxes again.
Bless you, sweetheart.
Right. Take care, darling. Big loves.
Have a good day, sweetheart.
And you. And you. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Zigzag.
Hi, Miss Remi, love, you alright?
I'm all right. What would you like to say about the Zach situation, darling?
Well, it's got me so mad. It really has, and it's like I think people need to educate themselves on the history, like with the Windrush and the things like that, and we wouldn't have won any of our wars if it wasn't for black people helping us.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like people need to educate themselves on these things, and
Mhm.
it's just shocking how you can turn around and just say that M word or any other word,
Mhm.
and then the day after you can come on, put on some fake tears, and expect everybody to forgive about it. He, in my opinion, he should be took off Live Pro. He should not be allowed on that.
Well, look, it's TikTok. Like nobody has control over that. And
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
yeah, there's not much we can really do about that. Sadly. Um.
But it's just getting the norm on here now. The norm is racism, and it
Yeah,
shouldn't
it
be the
is.
norm. It's like you can throw out all those things, come back on, and then you hail the. It's like the more vile, the more racist, the more homophobic you are, the better you do in the rankings, and it's shocking.
It is shocking, and it's like an upside down world on TikTok. But that's, yeah, race baiting, all that type of stuff is it's very prolific on the app at the moment. I'm not convinced that that's what Zach was doing yesterday. I don't think he was race baiting. I think his guard slipped or his mask slipped, and he said some words from his subconscious, unconscious, whatever. He said racist words, and it was exposed, right? But I don't necessarily think he was doing that, like some people
Yeah.
do, deliberately sort of race baiting, that type of thing. But
Well, you keep being you, Miss Remi,
I
right? You
shall.
keep championing the cause. You keep
I
championing the
will.
cause, darling,
Thank you,
because you're going
Zigzag.
to make a difference. You're welcome,
I'm
love. Have a
trying.
lovely day.
And you, darling, thank you so much for coming up and sharing your thoughts. Big loves. Big
Goodbye,
love.
love.
Bye. Hello, Marshy. We've got a little Marshy in the box. Hello, Marshmallow. Hello. Oh, you're still on mute. Hold on. Let me invite to unmute. Sorry. Marshmallow. Does Marshmallow know they're in the box? Oh, this nose is out to get me today. Oh, I don't know if Marshmallow knows they're in the box. You need to unmute if you can hear me, darling. I'll get some other people up while we figure out what's happening. She might have gone away from the phone. Hello, Crafty Jen. How are you? What would you like to share?
I'm good, thank you. First of all, I just wanted to say I'm sending you lots of loves and hugs.
Thank you, darling.
You can really see your pain this morning, and it's upsetting. Anyone that's ever had a friend that's done something to upset them or disappoint them, or it's hard. It's
It
really
is.
hard, and you've got so many people behind you. So
Thank you.
lots of love. I think I was really upset this morning seeing the comments in his live and the way that people were excusing and minimizing all the things he said, both the things he said, the way he said it. And I think that is a real larger problem. It's not just about Zach and what he said. It's about all the people that are supporting it and all the people that are minimizing it.
But that happens a lot, doesn't it, Jen, though? Like when you've got a creator that you love.
Yeah, I mean, we had an incident a few years ago with one of our grandsons. He'd fallen out with his friend. The friendship group had fallen out, their primary school. And they were being silly, and they were calling each other names. And one of the boys made an animal sound. And when I tell you that my grandson was torn to shreds, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Doesn't matter, mate. You were there. You didn't step in.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. He was marched round to the house. He was made to apologise to the mum, the dad, the little boy. One of the mums that was involved with one of the boys that had said and done what he did, they're just being kids. They're just being kids. No, sorry, doesn't fly with me. Doesn't fly with any of our family. You don't behave like that. You don't condone that behaviour. You step in. You stand up for people. And this is the larger problem, that people think, well, it's just it's so and so being this, or it's so and so being that. No, it's unacceptable. It's not okay.
Yeah, no, it is. It's unacceptable.
Oh, big love.
Big love to you, Jen. Thank you for coming up and sharing your points as well. Thank you, darling. Take care.
Bye.
Marshy, you there? Hello, little marshmallow.
Sorry, I only just found out how to unmute.
It's all right.
But,
Are you okay?
I've got a bit of man flu at the moment.
Same.
But anyway, as everyone knows in CC, I tend to Google anything if I don't understand or want more information. So I Googled racism and mental health. And there's lots of information on there saying that racism can affect someone's mental health. So while we've got people like Angie saying, oh, Zac's mental health,
Mm-hmm.
what about the people that he's affecting? Nothing's really sort of said.
Well, it never
You know,
is.
the creators haven't really touched down on how it can affect someone's mental health, and just worrying about the person that's in the wrong.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Martin Luther King era that
Oh.
Yeah.
But
No, you're right.
anyway,
Yeah.
we were going just a nice little thing to share. Me and my husband were going through our town
Yeah.
a week or so ago with my grandson, who'll be 2
Yeah.
next month, and people were doing some sort of petition gathering. And we all got stickers, stand up to racism.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, a nearly 2-year-old wants all the stickers in the world, don't they?
Yeah.
So he was plastered with all these stickers, bless him.
Oh.
And we were trying to sing. I can't remember the the exact words at the moment, but you know when we had all the sort of the rights and stuff on, and when people sing, there are more of us than you.
Yeah.
Do you know the song?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were singing that to him. So yeah.
Thank you, little marshmallow. Love you.
Oh, thank you. Hope you feel better soon.
Hey, say that again.
I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, I will. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Thank you, darling. Thank you for sharing that with us. Appreciate you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Big loves. Bye.
Bye.
Jeannie, hello. Oh, I need to invite you to unmute, don't I? Hello,
Hi.
Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. What would you like to share, darling?
I'm just really frustrated, I think, with the way TikTok isn't handling this platform the way it should be. And I just think it's
shit, isn't it?
It's really shit. I mean, my son's 10 and he's been asking to want to go onto TikTok, and I'm just like, absolutely not, because like
Same.
previous people have said, it's almost justifying behaviour with no consequence. And
yeah,
I just don't know how this app is going to survive the way it's going, because it's creating so many horrible people that think that their behaviour, you know, I mean, Zac's one, but like CLA and all these other individuals that are just getting away with this absolutely awful behaviour and getting lots of money for it. You know, and people like yourself are getting extremely hurt, and I don't know what you're feeling. I can only apologise. I mean, my son's mixed race, and I really worry for him.
Yeah.
Because it's just not okay.
It's not okay.
It never is okay. So
no, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, keep your son off the app. My daughter is 10, also off the fucking app, not a chance.
Yes.
I had a real wake up moment. I said a few weeks ago, I picked up my daughter's friend from her mum had operation, so I went and got the kid to bring her to my house. And in the back of the car, she was telling me she's 10 years old and she knew who Angie and Pearl was. And
Wow.
she was talking about, there's this old lady on TikTok and she says racist things and she's just called someone a monkey. And it was in that moment where I had this realization. I know it's a 13 plus app, and you know, if her mum lets her use it, that's her mum's business. My child does not go on it. But hearing it from a 10-year-old, someone just said big up Pearl. Hearing it from a 10-year-old, hearing about racism from older people on the app, just like,
But
it
they
really
just talk about it. They
yeah,
don't understand.
they're really seeing it. Like they're
Yeah.
really seeing what's happening.
But they don't understand it. So this is the worry for me moving forward. When they're older, they'll say things and not understand the impact that is having.
Yeah.
You know, like the WhatsApp, there's WhatsApp groups that we check every evening, and there's
Yeah.
they'll say things like monkey, or
Mm.
they don't understand what that means in the instance. So, you know, it means we have to go into the school and
Yep.
educate them. Once you put that on WhatsApp, that's out there forever. You
Yep.
can't take that away. And
Yeah, we've had to do that. My daughter is now not in any WhatsApp groups or
yes,
Snapchat groups because
me too.
words like that were being used. And again, we had to go up to school and have those conversations as well to
Yeah.
lock that down. But yeah, now my daughter is hard hard banned on all of these things.
Yes, me too.
But
It's a shame
unfortunately,
though, isn't it? It is, Miss Reese, because then they don't get to, you know, this is their future though. WhatsApp, computers,
yep,
IT. This
yep,
is something we can't keep them away from, but at the same time, we have to. I just can't. I can't allow it. It's too
yeah,
scary.
it is hard. Anyway,
But sending lots of love to you. Thank
thank
you
you,
so much
darling.
for having this open conversation. It's amazing to be able to come together and talk. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Please do come up again, Jeannie. Nice to meet you, darling.
Yes, and
Big
you take
loves.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Loopy laws. What are your thoughts on Zach and things that were said? Hello.
Hello. I'm actually quite ashamed and embarrassed to admit I was brought up in a very, I'm actually getting upset, a racist household. We use the P word and the D word like it was normal vocabulary.
Hmm.
And I'm actually getting really upset now seeing how upset these words make your community. And I think we take it for granted and use it as just a normal word and
Yeah.
don't realise the impact it has on people. And I just actually want to apologise and
Oh, bless
I'm
you.
actually being embarrassed. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless you. Don't apologise. I
But
mean, I appreciate it, but
I
like,
think the work you, Tori and Paigey do doesn't go unnoticed, and it is having an impact on our community and white people, and
yeah.
it is showing us how our words can be very powerful when we don't mean them to be
Mm,
that way. It's a word like we've always used, and that doesn't make it right. And
no.
that's when we have to educate ourselves. And I would never let my children use them words.
Mm.
But back in the 90s, those words were allowed to be used.
Oh God, yeah. I lived through it. I went to a school where the NF headquarters, National Front headquarters, were half a mile up the road, and they would walk past, and I had to go home in fear every night from all the skinheads and all the like the name calling that all the black kids would be called as we came out of school. Like I've lived through it. Um, so like the 90s was horrendous for that sort of language, horrendous. But sadly, it's still prevalent, and I think the thing, yeah, exactly. Kiki also knows those times. Uh, it's it's um it's just sad that we're in 2024 and there are creators who are educated and who do know better, like Zach, who has spoken out, who knows the history of things. Oh, what happened there? Did she drop out the box? We lost you. We lost you, darling. I don't know what happened. I think that's what makes it sad, is when there are people who do know better and say these problematic things, these racist things, these ableist things. It hurts everyone. Kiwi Lee, hello.
Oh, hey, how you going, Remy?
Kiwi Lee, hello. I'm good. I'm a bit
Oh, how
snotty,
you
but I'm
going?
good. You alright? What's happening? I'm good. I'm a bit snotty, but I'm good. You alright? What's happening?
Just on the Zach thing.
Kiwi Lee, do me a favour. Can you drop and come back? There's a horrible echo. Can you come back, darling? Leo the lion. Hi, Leo the lion. Hello. Can you hear me? Kiwi Lee, you can pop back up again, darling. There she is. Leo the lion, can you hear me? Hi, Kiwi Lee.
Hi, Remy.
Oh, I can hear you now. What did you want to say on
That's
the Zach situation, darling?
oh, like everyone else. I think I'm just a little bit. Well, I'm definitely disappointed, and I'm shocked.
Mm,
Just absolutely shocked. So when I went online, I went So I was up at 7 this morning because I'm in Australia, so my timeline's very different to you guys. Popped, my favourite thing to do, go on, check the FYP, and there was Devon was hosting a box, and I sort of sat outside and watched for a little bit, and they brought Zac's name up, and I'm thinking, what on earth's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I popped in, and he had said some stuff, and I'm thinking, well, that's not right, because I was in his live last night and he didn't say anything appropriate. So I requested the box, and they were wonderful, let me up, and I just said, look, I'm a bit confused, could you please clarify, because I was in his box. And they said, no, it was something else, and played it to me, and I felt sick. I felt sick. But I sort of said, I thank them very much for playing it for me to hear, and that I needed time to process that, and appreciated the opportunity to. And I dropped down, and I got attacked by one of the people in the box,
Right.
because I didn't say I don't condone that. That I don't condone what he did.
Right.
Because I didn't have a voice and say what he's done is wrong. In that moment, I was so in shock. It's a scary thing to come up into a box to
Of course
discuss
it
things
is.
like this.
Of course it is.
And that's why I love when you have your boxes. You don't get jumped on. You can speak your piece. What Zac's done is terrible. What he's done is terrible. I don't know if he will be someone I will continue to watch anymore. But on the flip side, this is the first time I've ever heard that sort of thing come out of his mouth. I don't know what he does behind, without that.
Yeah.
What he does in his own time is his business, but he's brought it to the app. So I'm really I suppose I'm like a lot of people. I'm conflicted. I like Zac because he made me laugh. This has not made me laugh. This has broken my heart. I
Yeah.
can't.
And I think that's the thing for me. It's the conflict of like, you've heard me in here a million times saying how much I love Zac, right? And then to see that happen today, and almost have that thought shattered of, this is somebody that I considered an ally. This is somebody who has spoken out on my behalf and had my back, and spoke about racism and had my back. It just I think that's why I've got upset today. It's that internal conflict I'm having of like, fuck, I like this person, and now they've said this. And it's really fucking hard, because it's disappointing. I know he knows better.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just awful. It's just fucking awful. Like I said, I have unsubscribed today.
So did I. I did too. But and then for people in our situation, where do we go from here? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's going to take me a while to go. I can't condone what he did, what he
No.
said, even if he was drunk, even if he was self-sabotaging, whatever he was doing, it was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wrong.
But
And I mean, I'm surprised he came on yesterday after he did that the first time, because obviously it's made it worse with the R comments and yes comments. And then I'm also surprised he came on this morning, and stayed on for so long. But I think a break is a good decision for him to come off the app, and hopefully when he comes back, he will come back more reflective on what's happened, and come across more sincere with his apologies to the black community, to the disabled community, for the things that he said. And I have no doubt he'll be back. I have no doubt that his community will grow back to being a big, strong community when he comes back. But I just hope that in his time off, that he does take some time and reflect, and can grow from this and come back and do better. That's what I hope.
Oh, absolutely. And I've listened to his podcast, and it was his podcast. It was pretty heavy stuff he was saying. So I hope he goes and gets some therapy for that, because that can't have been easy.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that he's talking about is
Well, I don't know if you was
PTSD stuff
I,
and
I don't know if you was here earlier, Kiwi, and I was saying, I've gone through therapy myself, and I haven't listened to all the podcast. I found it too heavy for me,
yeah,
quite triggering for
yeah,
me.
with me too.
Um, but when you are open and you open up some historical things that have happened or traumatic things that have happened, it does open a whole fucking chasm of shit emotionally and mentally.
Yeah,
And if he isn't in therapy and getting support for the stuff that he's been talking about in his podcast, then yes, um, it's going to affect his mental health and it's going to affect how he behaves. And this is not me giving excuses
defending
for,
him
yeah, but
exactly.
I get it because I've been through therapy. And when you open up,
Yeah,
it's hard and it's painful, but you have to do it in a container where you are supported so that you can get to that healing place. And it feels like
yes,
he's opened up this wound of his traumatic history by doing this podcast, and now it's just like it's just fucking off the rails, um,
yes.
which is sad. But I also
It
get
is
it.
sad, but
I get
I
it.
hope, and I hope it's a learning experience for him, and I
Yeah,
hope he does get the therapy he needs because you can't share something like he shared in those podcasts and not be affected.
100%.
Um,
Yeah,
and I just hope that people who are feeling like us don't feel like it for long.
yeah, I agree. Well, I'm sorry you
Anyway,
had a bit of a rough morning in other lives. I'm
oh
glad you
no,
came up.
everyone else in the boxes was absolutely beautiful. It was just one person who had an issue with me, and I had
Oh,
an issue back. So,
fair enough.
yes, I
But yeah,
get up.
sometimes it is hard, isn't it, when you're in a box and like you can't always say all the things that you want to say, or get things out sometimes.
Yeah,
But
not
yeah,
when they're talking over you. You
no,
know, I started and I thanked them very much for having me up and asked if they could elaborate on what was going on. They played the clip and I thanked them
yeah,
for that, and I needed time to reflect
process
on
it
that.
all. Yeah.
And then I dropped down and she started bagging the shit out of me, and I'm like, oh, no, no, bring me back up,
Oh
Devon.
dear.
Bring me back up.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
because that was just awful. But anyway, thank you very much.
oh, you're very
I hope you
welcome.
feel better soon. I think you better do another COVID test, though, darling.
Oh, thank you, darling. Big loves to you, Kiwi Lee. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Good night.
Bye, darling. Bye.
You'll have to
Right.
drop.
I can see there's some people in the box. I'm going to call an end to the boxes, guys. I'm done in. I need more Lemsip and paracetamol. Um, Sorry for everyone who's in the boxes waiting. Um, Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Infinite Crayons. Thank you. Oh, jeez, I need to sneeze again. Sneezing bit incoming. Hold on. Oh, they're so aggressive as well. The sneezes are so aggressive, man. Leave me alone. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the blessings. Listen, thank you for letting me just sort of offload my opinions today on the situation. Thank you all for being respectful in the boxes today and sharing your thoughts too. Oh, fuck me. Why won't they leave me alone? Thank you, mods, for being absolutely fucking awesome as usual. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, if you have been affected by anything today, love you too, Yaya. There is a poll with some numbers for support for anyone who might need it. Big up, Infinite. Thank you, everyone who sent a hand heart today. I appreciate you. And any gift today. It's been lovely. I'm sorry I haven't thanked everyone. It's just been a bit of an emotional emotional day. Kiki will never say she loves me, but she will say she likes me. So I like you lots too, Kiki. Thank you, darling. Thanks for the positivity. I am run down. I'm gonna go get some more meds. Full of cold again. But yeah, thank you everyone for your support today. Thanks for just being here and listening. And we have got a live today at 5. It's a women's health live around infertility. Make sure you are following me, please, if you want to get notifications for that. Yeah, infertility, 5 p.m. today. We are doing women's health if you want to come and join us. Again, yeah, there's numbers in the poll if anybody needs any additional support or they need to talk if you've been triggered by the topics today around racism and ableism. And we are going to end with a happy song. I hope this kind of changes the mood a little bit. So make sure you're following, guys, if you want to get notified about future lives. Love you all. Big loves. Let's go.